everyone, and welcome to Scorpion Racewear on the Couch. Tonight we've got a very special person. It's our female ambassador, starting as of today, 1st of July, Ambassador Alex Jones. Welcome.
Thank you. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the show. Now, fairness to everybody, and we'll kind of have to tell everybody, this is our second interview, but the first one, unless you can read, we got no sound. So today's going to be a second version, and I apologise for that. So, Alex, please give us a bit of a background on yourself.
So my name's Alex Jones. I'm from Taupo, New Zealand. So Taupo is located smack bang pretty much in the North Island. I am 25. I was about to say 24, but I'm 25. And I am an intermediate teacher at Taupo Intermediate.
Intermediate teacher, what's that? So that's an intern, or is it just a middle range of the...
So I teach 10, 11 and 12-year-olds.
10, 11 and 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
I've got one of them.
Tell me about it. I've got 30 of them.
All right, let's talk about some of the things that we know that we need to let people know. What do you actually race?
So I race a stock car.
Okay, so how long have you been racing your stock car for?
This will be my 5th season in stock cars.
Okay, what did you race beforehand?
Mini stocks, so that's just our starter. And then I had a year in TQ, which is an open wheeler.
Okay, so TQs are like a little baby version of a speed car.
Yeah, like a sprint car, but littler and less power. And I didn't really like it because there wasn't much contact, so we moved.
So you like the contact with the stock car?
Sometimes it hurts.
So with the stock cars, just give the audience a little bit of a rundown of actually what a stock car is.
So it is a purpose-built race car, obviously. The weights are 1.4 ton, so between 1.4 ton and 1.5 ton, and it's just it's a cool little car.
Basically, they were a Dodgem car for Speedway.
Yeah. So the aim of the game is to obviously finish, but you can also try and stop your competitors from finishing as well. So it's quite cool.
Yeah. So legally, you're allowed to bump and run with these people.
Yeah. There's a lot of bumping and running. That's for sure.
It's full contact, that's for sure. If anyone's never seen the actual type of racing, get onto the websites and have a look on YouTube and everything. It's pretty impressive. And talking about pretty impressive, have you done any of the teams racing? Now, we'll explain that part in a minute.
Yep. So I was actually named the first female Racewear Rascal to be named in that team, which was last season, which was awesome.
Oh, really cool. Yeah. Now you can explain to them what teams racing is, and then I'll explain it in a different way.
Okay. So there's 4 cars that start. There is 2 runners, a blocker, and a floater. The aim of the game is to get your cars across, but also stop the other team. So, yeah.
Okay, so for all the millennials, that is on Speedway.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the best way to describe it for the millennials. It's Quidditch was on Speedway. It's one of the most awesome things to watch. I know the crowds have been actually brilliant over there. I think they were talking 80,000 at one of the events for a team's event. It's a massive, massive event for you guys.
Oh, yeah, it's huge, especially Palmy teams with the super stocks. It's a massive weekend and it's so good to watch.
Yeah, we were hoping to get over there this season, but COVID kind of kicked us in the butt for that one, that's for sure. So a couple more things I know people are always asking, and they always ask this question. What are you, a cat or a dog person?
Oh, definitely dog, 100%. No questions asked.
Now, we've asked a lot of questions of people. What's your favourite food?
Pancakes. You can have pancakes, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Pancakes are good.
My daughter would be right there with you on that one, that's for sure. She loves her pancakes. Now let's talk about the car, the stock car. First up, we'll go back to the stock car in a sec. First up, welcome as ambassador. That's one of the biggest things that we're going to talk about tonight, that's for sure.
Thank you so much.
So I did try to be a naughty boy when I rang you the first time to speak to you about this. I'm going to give a little bit of a background for everyone. We rang Alex and spoke to her, and we only told her we were going to get some information off her. So we were there getting some information. She had a mum and dad in the background and everything. And we were just talking away. And then I just, would you like to be ambassador? And your mum started crying.
Yeah, that's her.
Oh, I've never felt so bad but so good at the same time. Catching your mum crying was, oh, bloody hell. But anyway, so with the ambassador, I know you've kind of been working towards it as it is up to this date, but as I said, officially today's the date for the 21st season. How's it been with the reception after being announced that you were ambassador?
Good. So when we had our conversation, I went back to school and told all my colleagues, and they absolutely were over the moon for me. It was wicked. It was so cool. And then even with my kids, I told them about it and then told them what I'm like gonna look like, and because they like all that kind of stuff, and they were stoked as well. We're all just having this little mini party.
Well, that's right. We've already seen some photos of you over there in gear and talking to a couple of the other actual members as well. So that's already starting to happen. And like I said, first day today, technically. So it's been really good.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
That's good. Now, let's talk about your stock car. What actual motor's in those ones? You only run the stock, because there's two classes. There's stock cars and then there's super stocks, correct? Your stock car.
Yeah, I'm stock car. So I run an AU Ford Falcon in mine.
Okay, we won't hold that against you, but ones, we'll be fine with that. Being a Ford person, and that, okay, so we've already said to you that they're basically a Dodgem car on wheels, but they also start really strangely. I've noticed it's not a rolling start; it's an actual still start, all touching each other, all lined up in two lines, and then a car moves and you just go for it.
Yeah, pretty much. So we have clutch starts. So like you said, we all line up together and then the flag drops, and it's quite hectic to get to that first corner first before everyone else does. Otherwise, it's like a freight train and we're all just going straight to that concrete wall.
What gear do you run when you're actually racing?
I run in third.
Third, yeah, okay. Yeah. That sounds like a lot of the normal speedways and everything around here. Okay, now, in the last, basically 2 months, I suppose, since we actually announced that you were coming on, we've been doing something secretly in the background.
We have.
Now, most people know that I like to design cars and we do the suits and everything like that. You came to me and said that you have a potential sponsor and could we do up a design? Now, we've been able to do that design. We've had that design signed off. So can we release that we have a new sponsor next year?
Oh, we 100% can.
Okay, who is it?
Toto Oils.
Well done. So we've already done the car design and I'm very happy with the way it looks. And obviously they are, because they accepted it. So that's great. We've done new suits, we've done new shirts, we've done new hoodies, the car. So by doing this then and them accepting it, we've already done all the work. We just got to put it in and get it all done now, which is pretty really great. Yeah. So you're actually going to go going to go from a red car to a white car. Now that's all I'm going to say what it's going to look like. It's white.
I'm so excited.
I'm not going to give it away because that's for you to release it when it gets done. But they must have, the bonus of doing what we did was we were able to show everyone in that company what the car was going to look. Every detail, the car, your suit, your shirts, everything was done, which is really good for them to visually see it.
Yeah, they absolutely loved that. It was so cool because you could pinpoint exactly what it's going to look like, and they loved it.
Yeah, and now we just got to make sure that we get it right. Let me put it in. So now, in turn, you spoke a little bit that you spoke about your being ambassador with the kids. How are they at the track? Do they actually come out and watch you?
Yeah, so some kids, it's like a normal Saturday night thing, and they love coming up to me in the pits and even at school and talk about it. Sometimes we watch videos at school and show them.
Hang on. We watch racing at school.
Just like quick videos. I'm like, this is what I did on the weekend. What did you do on the weekend?
Just little snippets. How do they react having, their teacher as a little brute in a car beating up other people?
They think it's awesome, which is cool. And then I also have parents that love it as well, which I never thought they would. But yeah, it's cool. I love it.
Oh, that's great. It's good to see that you've got the support of the kids and everything like that. So it's really good. And it also brings the younger people back to Speedway, which is another good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
That's for sure. So what are we looking at this season? What are we looking at with the racing?
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was just going to emphasise it because I think of things and I don't say them all the
time. So for our rebuild, we're just doing new steelwork, all that kind of stuff. I'm getting actually a new race seat, which I'm really excited about. And then freshen up with the engine, which will be cool.
Yeah. How many races are we looking at doing for the season coming up?
Well, we only did 22, I think, this season. So we're hoping to get in more than 22.
More than 22. Are you again looking at doing teams events?
Yes and no. It's a huge learning curve. It's like huge learning experience, and I loved it. But I just want a little bit more like low key stuff and focus on myself for a bit in my racing.
Yeah. What were you actually? What part of it in the teams event were you? So were you the blocker? Were you?
So I was the runner.
You were the runner. Now explain the runner again.
So you're trying to pretty much avoid everyone trying to stop you, the other team. So you're trying to get across the line first.
So you're the one that they're trying to protect.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're the snitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, enough of the Quidditch stuff. I'll stop. Oh dear. So we've trying to think of what else we got here. With the ambassador, what do you believe is going to be some of your key things that you're going to be doing this year?
So obviously promote an awesome brand and an up and coming brand as well. So that is awesome.
I was going to say which awesome brand, but obviously it's awesome.
And also being a female ambassador, I really want to obviously what's the word?
Come on, teacher.
I know it's been a long day. Like encourage girls to get into some like Speedway is male dominated, like it's massively males. So definitely get girls into doing Speedway or any type of motorsport, which is cool.
Yeah, and that's why we've always said that we wanted to have two ambassadors. We obviously have our male ambassador, Hayden Pascoe, and we had originally Kristen Vermeulen. I'll get the word out in a minute. Kristen was getting a break from racing, so we put it out. Now we have you, which is really cool. We've been very impressed with already what you're doing, so we can't wait to actually get fully into the Speedway side of it and get going from there.
Okay.
So how's Mum and Dad taking it since we did announce it? I know we did make Mum cry, but how's it been?
They've been good. They've like with all the designs and all that, they also have a say in it because I think, well, for me, Speedway is definitely a family thing. So they're all involved in it. And even my uncle, he's involved in it as well. So we're loving it.
Because you don't actually live with near Mum and Dad, do you anymore? You're a little bit
So my parents live in Rotorua and I live in Taupo, so it's about an hour away. So my car actually lives at Mum and Dad's.
Okay, so you just travel up there on meetings and everything like that, or just meet Dad at the track?
Yeah, so I'm pretty much in Rotorua every weekend. So if I'm not racing, I'll be fixing it or watching Dad fix it. Helping, I'm supervising.
God, thanks. What else are we talking about? Have you seen a lot of the racing? Or actually, no, I should say, since you've been an ambassador for Scorpion, it's only been a couple of months and everything like that. But what's the reception like being in New Zealand from our brand that you would have noticed since?
Good. It's been really good. We have so many people already asking about it, knowing like from me. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So they've seen me with it, and now they're asking about it. So which is awesome for me and you guys. It's everyone's coming together with it. It's cool.
Yeah, and for the people that are in New Zealand that are watching this tonight, we do have a point of contact other than Alex, Shane Annan. So we'll make sure that Shane's with Karina Annan, again in Superstocks. That'd be interesting when you two get up together if you get to race each other. That'd be an interesting night.
Oh, we've done it once. We've done it once. It was good.
Karene's been with us for a while, so it'd be interesting. She moved from saloon racing into the stock cars, so that was a bit of a difference. And but that'll be interesting. I'll have to get that video when that happens again. That's for sure. But I'm just trying to think of the other things. I've already spoke about a lot of stuff that we were going to speak to you tonight, but like you said, you've come from an actual different background from before you actually started racing. What did you do before racing?
So I used to do indoor rock climbing, and I travelled the world with it as well.
How do you travel the world with indoor rock climbing?
So every second year I used to come to Australia or go to Australia and do the Oceania Champs. And then when I was old enough, I actually was chosen to represent New Zealand in rock climbing for Worlds. So that was cool.
Where'd you actually go for that?
So the actual World Championship was in Scotland, Edinburgh, and in Imps in Austria.
In Austria, so 2 places.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've climbed in a lot of places with that. So Korea, all that kind of places.
Jeez. So how much? Because I know you're not biggest of ladies in the sense of how tall are you?
Pardon?
How tall are you?
I'm actually not too sure, to be fair. Like I don't know how tall I am. I'm not short, but I'm not too tall. I don't know. Sorry.
A female that doesn't know her height.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not come back to you with that one.
We'll have to get that one on the next interview when we catch up. Yeah. I'll give you some homework for the teacher. That's cool. We've coming on board, like following on from Kristen, and the work that she did. She did a lot of work for us. What do you think's going to be your hardest thing that you're going to do as an ambassador? I know this one's probably a bit ambiguous, but it's just a question I've asked Hayden a lot.
I'm actually maybe the hardest thing I reckon for me will actually be doing interviews, excuse me, about it. Because I am a people person, but I'm not a people person, if that makes sense.
You're a bit shy speaking.
Yeah. Yeah, but like one-on-one, we're doing an interview, but like normal people talking about it, like Billy Hickey, we've already spoken heaps about it, and just talking to other people about it is awesome. But the interviews itself in a camera, I think will be a massive thing for me.
Well, hopefully Billy's a good friend of ours, so hopefully Billy will actually do an interview first with you and get you a little bit more comfortable with the camera being stuck right in your face there.
So shout out to Billy.
Yeah,
we love Billy.
Yeah, we do love Billy. Billy actually came over just before COVID struck for our Scorpion Cup, and we were supposed to have him doing the commentary for our race meeting. That all got canned right on COVID, which is a big problem. Yeah, we actually got washed out, but the next 2 or 3 days after, that's when COVID actually hit, when we were on our cruise going around New Zealand. We got on the way back on the death ship, if they call it that, their little nickname for it, the death ship. But anyway, so how's COVID been with you guys over there? I know you guys have actually been racing. As you said, you did 22 race meetings this season. Has there been a lot of restrictions caused by COVID for you?
So we had that first big lockdown when it first struck. I think we were in lockdown for 6 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks, and then we slowly came out of it, and we've been living our normal life, which has been awesome. Yeah,
we've been doing quite well here in New South Wales, and until 2 weeks ago, and then we got someone from quarantine, and then it's just all gone ballistic. So we're kind of stuck down at the moment. I'm still classed as essential worker, so I'm out every day, and so is the wife. So it doesn't really change for us, other than we don't go anywhere.
yeah,
that's what it comes down to for us. So we were fine in that aspect. With the season, what's going to be your biggest goal?
So I want to. This is massive for us, but actually get into the championship finals. So last year in New Zealand, I was running third on points going into our last round, and then I got rolled. So, which is all right. It's the aim of the game. Try and stop me.
That's legal. That's legal in your.
Yeah. He's got his buddy in. So, but yeah, we were this close, but we were also this close. So I'm trying to get into the top group would be a massive achievement for us.
Okay, so what does that entail? Do you have to get in the top 3 in your club?
No. So how it's run is, so we'll have just say the New Zealand. Last year I think there was 6 New Zealands, 6 teams. 6 groups in the championship, and the top 4, 5 points go into the next or into the championship. Does that make sense?
So just for the Australians, that's 6 groups, not sucks groups. I still love that. I'm still learning the different lingos, because you call our race suits overalls.
Yeah, our race. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and we call our overalls. They are things that we use when we're working on things, not racing in.
So it's just like chips. Every kind of chip is a chip. It's overalls.
And your hoodies are sweaters.
Oh no, I call my hoodie a hoodie.
People would send me from New Zealand saying, "I want some sweaters." I said, "Yeah, we've got these ones, but no, the ones with hoods on it." So a hoodie, no, sweater. So the lingo's, we're only a couple of thousand k's away from each other. Yet the lingo's, you got to learn the whole different thing.
Oh, you really do.
And just because we all know I'm not the best at a lot of speaking, but the names of your towns, just forget it. I don't even try. It's that town up there near the big water in the middle. That's where she lives.
Yeah, perfect. You nailed it.
I know how to know where the towns are. Yeah, I gotcha. I must have, when I was over there just a couple of years ago now. I think it was 2019 with Kristen, and some of the towns around there, and they get telling me this and this, and was going. No. I knew Bay Park. That was a speedway. Good. I'm good. I know where that was. I was fine for that.
Yeah, that's all we need to know. Speedway places.
Well, I was fine with that. Even when we did actually come into Napier, we actually went close to the speedway that I missed the night before. When we were actually on our cruise, Goat was trying to tee me up to stay overnight in New Zealand and miss a trip just so I could go to the speedway. That's how he was trying to organise it. The captain wasn't having nothing to do with that, I can tell you. Off that boat. But I was trying. We were trying to get one.
We love that.
Don't tell Sam. She didn't know. I probably did, but anyway. All right. Well, look, we'll leave it at that. We've been on it for 25 minutes, and which is really cool. We've been having a good old chat. Now, again, thank you and welcome as ambassador to Scorpion Racewear.
Thank you so much.
We'll be doing a lot of these interviews, and we'll be doing a lot of. I know this is probably one thing where you're going to be a little bit uncomfortable, and I will put you in the uncomfortable zone just to get you out. We're going to hope to get you to do some interviews for us. Okay, that's one thing that we would really love to be able to get off you this season, is catch up with some of the other members if we can. So we'll have a good chat about that a bit later and get on that. But I'm really going to look forward to seeing some more interviews coming out of New Zealand. So I'm going to put that one on you. I can see the look on your face.
That's all right. We can do that.
We'll get you to do some more of that, and we'll get some promotions out for you as well, and we'll get all those type of things going. So, and I'm looking forward to the actual release of the car. I am really looking forward to that. I am so looking forward to that. Do we have a rough date of when that's going to be happening?
I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks, but we'll get back to that one.
Yes, all right. I'm so hanging for that. In the candy store, I really am. I'm just so keen on seeing what the response is going to be. I'm a sucker for that. So let's go with that. So again, thank you, Alex, for coming on and having a second chat with us. This time, hopefully, we've got sound and people can actually hear what we're talking about.
Wicked.
All right. Well, look, I'd like to thank you very much, like I said, and we will catch up with you very soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. See ya. Bye.
Bye.